everyone, it's Tatiana from Twice Upon a Treasure. Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about a very popular plant, Monstera Adansonii. And so what I did with this plant is I actually have a couple large plants. One is actually on a totem pole, or planted with a totem pole, and then one was a hanging plant that I had, and it was getting really long, and bushy. So I took tons of cuttings from the hanging plant, and I planted those cuttings in soil mixed with perlite. As I've mentioned in my previous videos, I am not a fan of rooting cuttings in water. I know people swear by it and people love it, but I personally would rather just stick the cuttings right in the soil with perlite, or either just perlite alone. But in this case, I planted them in a container. I made sure that the container had drainage holes, and I added some soil, mixed it with perlite, and I also dipped them in rooting hormone prior to planting them. And this is the rooting hormone that I used. The manufacturer, it's Bonide, and I will put it in the description of the video. But this is the rooting hormone, and it's just regular rooting powder. It doesn't have to be this specific brand. You can use any other rooting powder that you have. Just wanted to show you, this is actually the hanging plant that I had. It's actually pretty bare now, but it was really long. I mean, it was long, it was really bushy, and it's actually already now getting more growth. When I trimmed it, it was like about a month ago, and I left it. I mean, this piece wasn't here, but it's actually been growing now. But this is the plant that I trimmed it from. And then I actually was able to I have 4 trays of these. So within each tray, I would say there's there's about 16 containers, 16 new little plants growing. And I just wanted to kind of show you the results, because I was quite shocked at how successful it's actually going. So here's one of them. As you can see, all those roots developing. On the bottom, it has a lot of new roots. And then if you flip it here, like this right here, that is some new growth. Also, I don't know if you can see right on the bottom here, that little stem coming out, that's also new growth. Let's see, let's show you a different one here. This one right here, it's actually doing very well. I like using these plastic clear containers because you can see kind of your roots kind of developing. I don't know if you can see, but right there, those are all white roots that are developing. And then if you kind of flip it, this right here, this little leaf, that's a new growth. These two little leaves are also new growth. That wasn't there when I planted it, back a month ago. This one right here, also wanted to show you. You see that little stem right here? This is new growth coming in. And this little cute little leaf here is also brand new growth that wasn't there as well. Let me see, I want to find you some other ones so you guys can look at. This one right here looks, the roots look really good. And I don't know if you can see them through the video there, but right here, that line right there is all roots. And then I don't know if you can see this leaf right here. That's forming, or that's uncurling. That's new growth. This little leaf right here, that's also new growth. And they're just, I mean, they're doing fantastic. I mean, all of them. Here's another one. If you can see the containers, a lot of roots developing there. This right here is new, you know, a new little leaf that's uncurling there. This is new growth. This little leaf is new. And as you can see, I mean, I just, you know, there's soil in there. There's some perlite. I always top the top as well, just with extra perlite, but I do also mix, you know, the soil as well with perlite. And see this one right here? You see these two little new shoots coming out? That's definitely new growth that was not there when I planted it. And then if you can see, you see that root right there? So for those that doubt, or that, you know, aren't sure about, you know, planting them in, you know, in soil and perlite, I want to tell you that it will be successful. You know, you don't have to root them in water and then switch them to soil and all that. I mean, you can't successfully just put them straight in soil with perlite, and they should be fine. This is another one here. Look at that shoot there, that's new. This one here, this little leaf here, that's new growth, a new one that developed. And then I don't know if you can see, I apologize if it's hard to see, but there's definitely roots, you know, roots in there. They're more, you can see them more like on the sides, but since there's perlite and stuff in there, it's kind of hard to see on the camera. Here's another one. This is new leaf that just, you know, kind of uncurled. Here is another one that's still curled, that's getting ready, you know, to uncurl. And then these are all new roots. You know, the roots right there. And I apologize again if you can't see, but these are definitely successful, just putting them in, you know, soil and perlite. And I'll put everything in the description, but like I said, you can just take, you know, old water bottles, you know, like these, just poke holes on the bottom, mix your soil with perlite, dip it in rooting powder, and just stick your cutting right in there, and just be patient. You know, you want to give it a good watering when you first, you know, plant it. And probably at first, for the initial few days, you know, just make sure that it's moist. But again, don't let it sit in water. Don't overwater it. And then I would say I've been watering these about once a week. I live in Florida, so it's very hot and humid here. I live in Orlando, Florida, so I do keep them in my back porch. It is a covered screen porch, and this is where I've been keeping them. They've been doing well. I do have 3 other Monsteras, the different type, the Monstera deliciosa, which I have inside the house, and they do fine. But the Adansonii, I do have one in my back porch and one outside in the front of my house that are doing fine. But just wanted to point out kind of where I live and kind of what the weather is like here. So you know, it's hot and humid, and I know these do like that humidity. You know, so water them once a week. If you don't have those water bottles and you just want to put them in regular containers, you know, these you can pick up at the Dollar Tree. Or you can even, you know, order them from Amazon or whatever. You know, your regular little seedling containers, or just, you know, small containers to plant stuff in. So you can plant them literally, you know, in anything. It doesn't have to be a plastic water bottle. I just like putting them in there because I like to see the roots and stuff develop, and it's easy to kind of see what's going on. And just because I like recycling, because why spend money when you don't need to, when you have stuff around the house you can use. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope gives you confidence for those that, you know, always wondered, oh, will this work, you know, if I put it in straightened soil and perlite, you know, versus the whole water method. So hopefully this answers your question. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, I do have an Instagram. It's at Twice Upon a Treasure. I also have an eBay. I sell a lot of plants on eBay. I haven't posted these. Actually, I'm getting ready to post them when they develop a little bit more and look fuller. That's what I'm getting them ready for. But I do sell plants on eBay, and I'll put my link in the description of the video. And I also have a Facebook page, which is Twice Upon a Treasure, so if you want to check that out. And if you guys want to leave me any questions, comments, or anything, please do. And I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. If I don't know the answer, I'll try to find that for you. So thanks again, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.